Hey guys, this is Miss Span, and welcome to Writing Workshop. All right, so review of how this is set up. You have the welcome, all these folders of references, and then starting on the August 27th is your work. So when you click on the arrows next to it, you're going to see the work that you may or may not have done. Good news is I have assigned, apparently, such large assignments that many of you guys have not been able to finish it. In fact, most have not. And so today is a work day where once you do your bell work, you're going to go back through the assignments, look at the notes I've given you, and correct them. So starting today, you need to do the bell work. It's called Bell Work Word Reference, and it's under the September 17th folder. When you click on it, you're going to create a word reference chart with this very fun picture. You're creating 2 adjectives and 2 nouns. They do not have to be paired up, but you have to have 2 descriptive words and 2 renaming words. If you do not have them both, then you don't get credit for it. All right, so once you're done with your bell work, going back to our folder, you have the note that this recording will be posted here, and yes, I will post it when this is done. And then here you have your workday instructions. You're looking at the past 2 assignments, word reference pizza and word reference in writing, and you're going to take a look at the feedback. You're going to complete the assignments and resubmit them. To get to each of those assignments, you're going to have to go to the September 3rd folder is word reference in pizza. The September 10th folder is word reference in writing. So the word reference pizza one, with this one, what a lot of people did was they, let's see, let me pull this up here. They started to do adjectives and nouns, but then I think people got confused on what adjectives and nouns are. So a refresher, an adjective describes something, like if it's cold or yellow or big or whatever, those are descriptive words that describe it. Nouns rename it. So that's like, instead of calling it, let's see, I won't use what I have, let's see, the chicken fajitas. So the nouns would be a pile for chicken fajitas, or the plate, or the meal. Those rename what that chicken fajita dish is. And there again, so with pizza, get a little creative, think about the shape of it, and think about the size, maybe think about something that it kind of looks like. Those kinds of things. You remember to read your directions fully. You are doing 4 or more in each category. That means 4 adjectives and 4 nouns. Once you've had fun creating your word reference, then you're going to write about this pizza that you have looked up. So if you look here, you're Googling a picture up in the directions. So you're actually looking at this picture of pizza, and then you're going to post your picture here for the enjoyment of looking at that awesome picture. So in this example, I have paired up my adjectives and my nouns, 1 adjective and 1 noun, paired them up right next to each other. So it is the order of adjective noun, and then put it in there describing, in my example, the chicken fajitas, which you guys will be describing the pizza. Do not just say the pizza was yellow with and it was round. That is not how this is supposed to be set up. Your word reference is supposed to be paired together so they are right next to each other in the sentence. So if you look at the example, we have, I smelled the meaty goodness. Meaty goodness. Meaty is your adjective, goodness is your noun, before the waiter arrived. My stomach grumbled in approval. He set the sizzling delight. Here's my next one. Sizzling is your adjective. Delight is your noun. On the table in front of me. I couldn't wait to dig in. I licked my lips at the delicious mixed pile. Now look here. I have 2 adjectives and a noun. So delicious mixed is my adjectives. Pile is a noun. On the hot plate. I couldn't wait another minute and dug into the chicken fajitas before they had even cooled down. Now, also, I want you to hold off revealing that it is pizza that you're describing until the very end. That's why we have the color coding here. So the yellow are your word reference. So you should have 3 yellows. And then a green is your reveal or what it is you're describing. So in the example, it's chicken fajitas, and you guys will be writing about pizza. And so you're going to write, and look here, how many sentences are we writing? We're writing 5 complete sentences. So let's see here. Let's see how many I wrote. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences. So you could do one less sentence than what I have. And that is perfectly fine, but you need 5 sentences typed in right here is where you can type it. And then you're going to post your pizza picture. Once that is done, you're going to go back to the writing workshop page. You're going to go to last week's folder, which is the green September 10th folder. And you're going to look at word reference in writing. This is the one where you had to describe a volcano. And I chose a volcano because it's something that not many people have been to at your age. If you have, awesome. I'm jealous. I wish I could be at a volcano too. If you haven't, that's okay. You're like about 90% of the people in this class as well. What you're doing is you are, again, creating the word reference chart. And I even helped you out here. I gave you the spaces to fill in. So you can put an adjective in each of these blanks. And you're going to put a noun in each of these blanks. Now, resources that you can use. You can go to thesaurus.com and you can type in volcano and you can look at synonyms. Now, are all of these going to work as a noun for volcano? Well, it depends on what kind of volcano you're describing. I mean, it could and it couldn't. It depends. If you can't find anything else, think of what it looks like. What shape is it? Where is it located? Those kinds of things. Think of other ways to rename that volcano. Maybe use, if you're describing a specific volcano like the one in Japan, or the one in Hawaii, you can use those specific names. Those could be part of it. But remember, if you name the volcano as one place, you can't rename it as another place because there is only one volcano you're describing. You're not describing all the volcanoes. And remember, adjectives, those are the descriptive words. So then you're going to have fun and mix and match your word reference. So here's your top 3 word reference pairs. You have 1 noun and 1 adjective. And you're going to list them right here. So number 1 is going to have an adjective followed by a noun. Number 2 will have an adjective followed by a noun. And you don't use prepositional phrases. Just use the adjective and noun. Okay, for this next section, you're going to write a paragraph about you seeing this volcano for the first time. So you're going to write it in first person point of view, which means you're going to use the pronouns I, me, we, us. All that includes yourself. I don't want you to focus on the action of getting there. I want you to just stop and describe. So remember, you've got your 3 word reference pairs. That's 3 separate sentences right there. And then you need a reveal. So you have your starter sentence. I trekked up the side of the mountain. And this right here where it says write the rest of the paragraph here, you can delete that off and just type right where that's at. And you can finish the paragraph. All right, and the last one is what we learned new last week, which was creating a chart using your 5 senses. So that's sight, smell, hear, touch, and taste. And so what you're doing is you're imagining yourself at this volcano. Okay, what does the air taste like when you're at the volcano? Well, I'm not going to give you answers for the volcano, but if I were at the beach and I were tasting the air, whenever I'm just breathing normally, you would taste salt on the air, maybe a bit of a freshness that comes from the ocean. What do you touch whenever you're at the volcano? Maybe things feel really warm to the touch. Maybe your feet are feeling kind of hot because you may be standing on the lip of a volcano. What do you see? Is it a smoking volcano getting ready to erupt? Is it a dormant one where it's just solid black rock? What do you see? Next one is smell. What do you smell whenever you smell it? What do you think a volcano smells like? Now, I know that some of you guys have never, or most of us, have never been to a volcano, but what do you imagine this volcano smells like? And finally, what do you hear? Is it eerily quiet because it just finished erupting and all life has been destroyed? Or is it, very loud and jungly noises because it's been dormant so long the animals don't even remember it's there? And so you're going to make those 5 examples, and you only need 1 for each spot. That's okay. And then the final thing is writing a paragraph about you seeing this volcano for the first time. Again, first person point of view. And so you're basically, what you wrote up here on the one with the word reference with the pairs, you're rewriting the same paragraph, but instead of using your word reference, you're using your 5 senses. So you're going to need a sentence for each sense. So that's 5 sentences plus a reveal. So this one has to be at least 6 sentences of your own creation. So you have the same sentence starter, I trekked up the side of the mountain, and then you're going to write your paragraph right below that. When you are done with the assignment. You could turn it in. If you still need something else to do, maybe you want to get some bonus points for class, I do have an additional assignment under this week's folder. It's called Finish That Story. It's a bonus assignment. When you click on it, it says you're going to write a paragraph or more to finish your story starter. And it has this right here is your story starter. I'm going to highlight it here. This is your story starter. So you're going to start typing right at the end of this sentence. If you want to copy this and paste it into your submission, that is fine. What I want you to do to write this, I want you to click over here on yours. It'll say Submit Assignment. And once you click on that, it's going to pull up a box, and you're going to click Create. And I want you to type in that box and submit it there. Do not comment. Do not comment. I want you to submit it by clicking the button that will be right up here called Submit Assignment. And this is just an extra assignment just to keep you writing. For those of you that were really awesome and got all of their work done, then you're going to need something to do today, and you will be getting bonus points on this assignment. Any of you guys are welcome to do this, but if you do not work on fixing the assignments from the past 2 weeks, then you do need to be doing this. All right, thank you. Feel free to message me if you have any questions.